welcome to Choreographer Talk. My name is Jane D'Angelo. I'm the executive director of OhioDance and the producer of the OhioDance Festival. Today, our guest choreographer is Madhavi Sudhir. So I have a few questions to ask you, and one of them is Bharatanatyam and Kuchipudi are rich classical traditions. How do you preserve their authenticity while sharing them with audiences in Ohio?
First thing is, I think to start with, if you don't dilute any art style which has been taught from generation to generation and which is being passed and which is also being texted, so everything is given so precise and what is supposed to be presented and what is the outcome, right? So I think as long as you don't sabotage and you don't put a footstep and then dilute the art form, any art form, whether it's music or dance. So especially when we are taught the traditional pieces, so it is meant to be passed on to the next generations to come. I think I've always been working on those things to make sure the kids learn what we have been taught in India. And also, most of the people who come to watch the performance, they would want to see the traditional, authentic performance from all the other choreographers, right? So when you want to come and watch an Indian performance, you want to see the traditional classical form and not something which we want to, what do you say, like change anything to please the audience or please people around. So in that way, I think even Avatars of Maya, even though it's a very contemporary, contemporary, what do I say, a contemporary theme, but again, we are presenting it in a very traditional form. So yeah, that's what I feel, that as long as you don't dilute it, and people will really enjoy the performance.
Is it more of a contemporary, um, you said a contemporary theme on
Yes.
the traditions, correct?
Yes. So the contemporary dreams, I've said, as it said, it's avatars of Maya. So let me talk about what avatar means in our language. So it means that incarnation of a divine teacher or manifestation of a body. And Maya is like illusional, magical. So Maya is also a goddess name. So avatars of Maya is actually inspired from a psychiatrist called Carl Jung. And also, I read a book called The Goddesses in Every Woman. So I loved that book. And last year, when I went to Greece, that's when I really, before you go to a place, you tend to read the place history a little bit, right? So then I came across the goddesses of Greece, and I was really inspired too by looking at them. And I thought I found some similarities between the Indian goddesses and them. So I wanted to get that into the avatars of Maya, and that's how we came up with the team there.
So, as both a choreographer and educator at the Natya Priya Dance School, how do you inspire students to connect with the deeper meaning and storytelling within these forms?
Any kind of storytelling is always inspires people, any language be it, right? So I think it is storytelling, whether it is through theater, through dance, through movies. So we all look for some kind of emotion or some kind of meaning to it as we take home. So again, what I inspire or I would like my students to inspire is, so when we take these mythological stories, we tend to play their characters and we tend to show what happened then. So the kids definitely look at these characters and ask questions like, why did they do this? Why did they behave like this? Right? So they are they're more curious and they're more what do I say, inspired by them, inspired for what is the outcome of it. And yeah, that is one way of, I feel they really get attached, or they would really understand what is going on in the theme.
Any other thoughts that you might be able to share?
I'm actually waiting for all the other performances to see the other performances coming up. This is the first time we are performing at Ohio Dance, and it's been a great experience for us to get selected and come to the platform. I see that they have other choreographers, and I want to see their work, what they are going to present, and perhaps learn something from them. You know, and so yeah, so that's what I'm looking at.